Will you be my hero, baby, or are you gonna suck? Yeah, it's World Heroes Part 2 here for Super Nintendo. Yeah, let's see if this Neo Geo Classic can be ported over to Super Nintendo cartridge without looking too embarrassing. Yeah, look at the roster here. 14 different fighters. Each come with like 4 to 6 special moves and all that junk. Yeah, so not only are you finding people from different countries, but you're finding people from different time periods. All 8 fighters return from the original World Heroes. They've been getting a little bit of a makeover, new moves. Yeah, that's so cool. But you also get 6 new characters here as well. That's awesome. I remember in Virtual Fighter 2, everybody got excited. Whoa, we get 2 new characters. Yeah, so this little girl here is good at throwing and shit. Oh yeah! And you have a nice balance here. Like, when you're fighting Jonathan Matz here, he actually uses footballs as fireballs. Where in later editions, that would be taken out. Yep, and she wins. Yep, her breasts bounce a little bit. Of course. Oh yeah, and you gotta be careful about using your fireballs in this game. A fireball could easily be blocked and even sent back to you if you're not careful. Yeah, in the normal matches, it's just best 2 out of 3 rounds wins. You know, all that one-on-one bullshit you've been playing for years in other fighting games like Street Fighter 2 and Mortal Kombat. And this is what I hate about the normal game itself. Look at the background here for Russia. We got a guy there holding a Russian flag, and it's just a snowy scenery, and there's even no parallax drone in the background. Oh, there's so much you could do for Russia. Like, it's a beautiful country, and I don't know, everybody just looks so bored there. Germany here in World War I is much more interesting. There you got parallax drone, yeah, barbed wire everywhere, and a huge tank comes out of nowhere. Very exciting, but you know, it's all window dressing. It's not interactive. Yeah, if you want to get to the real gameplay of World Heroes and World Heroes 2, and what makes this series so awesome is the actual deathmatch. Yeah! Yeah, let's go to the deathmatch or survival match. Stupid Nintendo censorship. Yeah, this is the deathmatch. Yeah, this was still early 1994, so yeah, there's no rating on the game. And it had to abide by Nintendo's strict guidelines. You can't call it death, no. Oh no! Oh! Yeah, so this is a cool thing about the World Heroes games, is that the backgrounds themselves are interactive. Here we're fighting over landmines. You step on one of them, you take damage, of course. Holy, that was cheap. But at least it was cheap for the computer for once. Oh, it's coming back again. No, no. No, don't get me. Ah, yeah. Did you see that? Jumped right out of the way. Yeah. This girl is awesome. Super quick. Yeah, look at that water on the ground. It's not there for aesthetics, no. It will cause you to slip on the ground, so you gotta be careful. Yeah, you're just not breaking shit in the background and pretending that it's actually important to the matchup. No! These backgrounds are actually interactive, and that's so damn cool. And we even have a special bar up there. Yeah, that means if the bar goes down one way for a particular character, it's cool because the match isn't over. Yeah. Okay. Is he gonna get up? Yep. Just when you think the fight's over, nope. Character gets right back up. Yeah, in this section, for example, it's actually a closed arena, so you don't actually move the screen back and forth now. Yeah, you got the limited space, you got the seesaw health bar. Yeah, so you gotta plan your strategies a little bit differently. And that's awesome. Yeah, the original World Heroes was like that too. It's just that World Heroes 2 expands on it a lot more. Now, you have to hit the buttons as fast as you can to see if you can get up. It definitely adds an all new dynamic to the fights here. It can get pretty annoying in a hurry, but still, it's very fun to try out, especially in multiplayer matches. It's a cool randomness about these death matches, which makes World Heroes awesome. Yeah, it doesn't look as good as the Neo Geo edition, of course, but hey, it doesn't look too bad either. Yeah, they had to add some of the content out. You don't get the intro, you know, where Hanzo is looking at the new fighters and it looks all dramatic. Yeah, that's not in the Super Nintendo version. Yeah, you can select your speed, you can select your difficulty, you know, all that typical bullshit, but you can also select whether or not you want to do like normal gauge, arcade, and even seesaw in like the standard matches. You don't even have to do that sort of shit when you're doing the death match. What I'd like too is, here I got a Super Nintendo controller. It has 4 buttons I can easily press. It even lets you do that here, so if you want to do like a weak or strong punch, you can. Here in the arcade Neo Geo version, yeah, it would just have kick, punch, and throw, and that's it. This is much better. Yeah, did you see that speed? Yeah. Yeah, the action is very intense in this game. I love it. Especially when you have it on its highest speed. Neo Jesus. Jesus here is a pretty lame end boss. He pretty much clones the other fighters that are currently on the roster. And that's it. He's pretty much the same, but he has a few singular moves now. Like that one slide. Okay, just when you think you finished the game, nope. There's a new end boss. Giant blue ball. Holy shit! Yeah, did you see that? The dude lost his hair. Sometimes if you win a match, yeah, that's the thing about World Heroes. Somebody loses, they might lose their hair as well. It's not like a fatality, it's a baldality. The graphics don't take too much of a hit from the Neo Geo game. Yeah, they don't look quite as good, of course, because you got limited hardware here, but it still looks good. Yeah. Yeah, the different soundtracks in here can be a little bit cheesy. And maybe the new character designs can be a little bit on the wacky side. But that doesn't mean it's not a good fighting game. In fact, I think it's a great fighting game that deserves a little bit more respect. It gets an 82 out of 100. Very fun. Yeah, World Heroes 2 is a pretty blatant Street Fighter 2 clone. Let's not mince words here. But it's the survival matches that really save this game from mediocrity. Yeah, by 1994, I was just getting so sick of the norm of, you know, typical one-on-one fights in Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat 1 through 17, and whatever. Here in World Heroes, you at least get something different. Yeah, there are the upgrades you can get for the Neo Geo hardware itself, like World Heroes Jet and World Heroes Perfect, which have modifications to this basic formula, but hey, this one is very easy to pick up and play. It's fairly cheap.